Hey Cancer, welcome back to Souls and Stardust podcast channel. I'm Shannon. I'm going to be doing your reading for you today. I'm doing this in February, but whenever you come across it, it'll be perfect for you. Time is an illusion, so just take what resonates, leave the rest. I will primarily be reading about love, but whatever soul messages come up, I just let the cards tell me the story. So we've got several different decks I'm going to be using, and I will interpret them as we go. Again, if you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading, I would love to connect with you. My information is down below, and also so is Neo's information. So if you'd like to book a reading with either one of us, we would love to work with you. Okay, we have got 3 cards here for you. We have Why in the reverse, and Not for You, and Co-create, all in the reverse. So we're going to start okay, first and foremost, it looks like you need to be very clear on what your why is. What's your motivation for trying to manifest what it is that you want to manifest? Because obviously you're trying to manifest, but you're blocked in some way, and needing to be aware of what you're saying yes to that is probably not right for you. So we're gonna dig in. I like to use the book for this card deck because there's usually really good keywords that might be important for different people who are watching. So this card is typically why. This is about your motives driving your intention. So being very clear with yourself about why you're doing what it is you're doing. When this card is in the reverse, this is the universe asking us to be very clear with ourselves about what the truth is that might be driving us toward a specific outcome or a specific outcome is the best way to describe it. So for example, you may want to be well known in your profession, or you want your peers to admire you. You want to be really well known in your profession, but your desire isn't really about sharing your talents as much as it is about making yourself feel validated or admired. Okay, so the Spirit wants you to be very clear about the why, what is the motivation behind your intention? What is it that's driving your choices right now? And when you stop to ask yourself that question and then be brutally honest with yourself, it can reveal so much about where we are in our lives and why we're there. So this truth can set you free to a certain extent, right? Being very clear about what your intentions have been for why you've been doing what you're doing. Are you doing things for other people? Are you doing things because you feel other people want those things for you, or it's expected of you? Are you doing things because society deems that that's what's appropriate in a situation? Are you doing things because you want to get back at somebody, right? We're all human here. We all think those things. Okay, so we've got the card Not for You in the reverse. So that fortune cookie says nope on it, and it's on a chessboard. This is in the reverse. This is typically a card about a clear knowing that something is being denied you. When it is in the reverse, this is the energy of, not chasing after what doesn't want to be caught, Cancer. So are you obsessing over things that elude you? Are you chasing after something, trying to convince them or it that you are perfect for it? How are you selling yourself short or compromising yourself because you're trying to convince someone or something that you need to fit there, right? There is nothing romantic about what is unavailable. Are you, Cancer? Are you chasing after somebody who just cannot be available for you emotionally? Do you have a history of chasing after avoidant individuals? There's no prize for torturing yourself in this. Are you holding out for somebody who has been wishy-washy? I keep getting like hot, cold, or like mixed signals. I'll be curious if we have more cards that come up around mixed signals, Cancer. Refusing to see red flags that have been waving in front of you. That's on you, Cancer, right? So like it may be time to stop and just look around and see what is welcoming you and what is running away, because there are always other opportunities. There are always other jobs. There are always other lovers. There's so many people on this planet. So many of them are really good, right? This is a time of like radical acceptance of what is not working and what your motivation is. Like, why is it that you might be chasing after something that doesn't want to be caught by you? Is it because there's a need to feel validated? Is it because you have an abandonment wound? Is it because you feel like if they choose you, finally, that means you're worthy? All things that you get to ask yourself, Cancer. Okay, we have the co-create card in the reverse as well. This is typically a card about creativity and art and inspiration and manifestation. When this card is in the reverse, this is the energy of feeling like that you're trying too hard to create all that you desire without actually doing it from a place of pure love for yourself and pure joy of what you want to experience. It's almost like you're trying to co-create from a place of scarcity or lack, or a need to feel, to have another or something fulfill you. So, I mean, like, this could be writer's block and you're trying to like force something to come out, but think of it as like, you're in this space of not having a relationship and you really want one. I just want this person to choose me, or all these guys are the same, that kind of thing. You're trying to really find something that you fit well with, but you're trying to force it with potential partners who aren't actually aligned with you, or don't have the capacity, Cancer. You know, you may actually be overwhelmed too, or just trying too hard. I think it feels like to me, you just need to chill. You need to get clear with yourself, Cancer, about what it is that you're seeking and why. Like, be very clear with yourself and recognize how some of what you've been chasing, or typically what you do chase after, is how it's misaligned for you, or how it isn't quite available for what you have to offer. This feels like a lesson in overcoming like codependent behaviors, perhaps, or self-worth issues. We're going to see what else comes up, Cancer. What does Cancer need to know about? I'm going to say love. Soul messages for Cancer. Okay. We've got the Ace of Swords in reverse. So this is feeling unfocused. This feels like to me that you aren't clear. You're not clear on what you want. And as I'm drawing these cards, this is going to connect with this why, knowing your motivations. You're not clear on what you want, and you feel uninspired. You feel like, oh, there's no good guys or girls, or there's no opportunities. It could be like work, whatever. It feels to me also like you have difficulty focusing on the one or two or three key things that are really important. And so it's like this shotgun approach to getting what you hope for. This also could be feeling like you're failing, okay? Lack of ideas and difficulty focusing. But we also have the Two of Swords in reverse, which is like, it's basically indecision. So these are two air cards. The swords are air signs. Two of Swords is typically a sign of Libra, but it could be any air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is feeling uncertain and stressed. I feel like this is the second time we're hearing overwhelmed. you're overwhelmed. Maybe you feel like you're running out of time, or like I'm never going to find what I need, and that's stressing you out. So clearly you're feeling the stress, but as you start to examine what it is you really want and what's been like your pattern, you can start to dismantle that and start to co-create from a place of love rather than lack, okay? Or the need for validation, Cancer. Once you start to work on that more, this type of energy will turn upright, right? You won't feel unfocused. It's new beginnings. It's actually feeling decisive. Even though like the Two of Swords typically is like hard choices, like you need to make choices. I do feel like this is needing to make a choice between what you used to be attracted to or drawn to, or what you would normally choose, and then deciding to choose something different. But this also could be unwilling to make a choice. I do feel like it's feelings of overwhelm, though. I mean, some of you Cancers watching this, you may have a couple of people that you're involved with and you don't know how to make a choice between the two. That's going to be for, it's a very specific message. Okay, what else does Cancer need to know? Oh, I feel like I keep getting hits on Gemini. So I don't know, somebody is maybe dealing here with a Gemini. Maybe a Cancer is dealing with a Gemini. What do we have? We have the Three of Pentacles. So this is this is needing to learn from mistakes. This is needing to be a student. It can be stubbornness. It can be like a lack of dedication to your craft. I feel like sometimes this can also be like a lack of being able to collaborate or work together. Maybe that's like you're looking for teamwork, like you're looking for a team member, a partner. And maybe what you've been feeling is that, perhaps you're not learning from past mistakes, or you're not rerouting the pattern, but what you've experienced in the past is stubbornness and a lack of like willingness to work in partnership. So that energy is connecting to the not for you. Not for you. We're talking about like you're picking the same thing over and over again. You're chasing after something that could be bullheaded and unwilling to learn from that situation. I do feel like whoever you've been involved with has been very like erratic, emotionally up and down, could be very cold, could be manipulative energy. I do get hot, cold, very mixed signals. Could have been somebody that was unfaithful to Cancer, and I'm sorry if that has happened. It's the impulsive, it's the emotionally unregulated energy. You could be dealing with somebody who does not show up in an emotionally stable way. Like you don't know which version of them to expect. So just be on the lookout for like rude, impulsive behavior. I don't feel like that's who you're wanting to call in. I do feel like that's what you have experience with, Cancer. Oh my gosh, and you have the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is feeling overwhelmed again. This is you. This is your self-esteem has taken a big hit. This could be jealousy energy. This could be, feeling manipulative as well. So maybe whoever this King of Cups energy is brought out some like unsavory characteristics in you as well. Sorry about this, this glare. But over and over, we're seeing this feeling of overwhelm. And I think you need to, Cancer, take a step back and come back to you and understand your why. Like, why am I doing this? I'm going to ask more questions. So I did this backwards. I grabbed a different deck than what I normally do, but that's okay. We're going to ask more questions. What does Cancer need to know? Ooh, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone who's lost their mojo. Okay, I'm going to look up more That can be feeling lack of confidence. What else do we need to know? What does Cancer need to know? We have 3 queens that have come up. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Quite honestly, I feel like you're being asked to step into more mature energy, and you want to do that, but you're like, you can't quite get beyond some of these like patterns or triggers. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I think Spirit's going to be giving you a little bit of a talking to here. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is the energy, like I said, having the feeling of lost your mojo. This is, it can be like financial stress, but it's really being like imbalanced, work home life imbalance. It could be the feeling of lack of stability or support in your life. I definitely feel like you have felt like you didn't have emotional support the way that you wanted to, and it made you, it influenced you into stepping into more manipulative behaviors or feeling very, very overwhelmed. The Queen of Pentacles is really stable. She is normally a healer, right? Very emotionally mature and strong. So this is feeling a lack of stability, a lack of trust in self. Could be like overindulgent to a certain extent. It could be maybe you're like indulging in certain things that aren't the best for you. It could be like food, drink, that kind of stuff. Could be, substances. We've got the Queen of Swords in reverse, and she, like in the upright, she is a bad bee. She is a queen, right? When she is in the reverse, though, this is sharp tongue. This is cold communication. This is, it can be like mean or emotional. It can be sharp. Like the Queen of Swords has been through some ish, and she's ready to cut people, right? Like she's ready to look at you and say, I'm not messing around. You either come correct or you don't come at all. And when she's in the reverse, this could be like indifference. It could be, it could actually be like lack of clarity. It could be a call for you to use your head more than your heart at this point, needing to be more in your logic, needing to see things for how they are, needing to accept people's behavior as like a true tell of who they are. This can also be like been hurt so much that you have become heartless or aloof, like have some bitterness or resentment. It just means, Cancer, that you get to do some healing. There's a lot that has happened. You're probably trying to get over so much. Like there's a pattern here with avoidant behavior. There's a pattern here with somebody who has not been emotionally supportive, actually could have been emotionally abusive, and you have lost your mojo as a result of that. Like you don't feel quite yourself. You also don't have that stability that you want, and you have a bit of resentment over that. So you're trying to heal. And this card right here, Ace of Cups in the upright, is about self-love. It's about love, but it's about self-love. This is a time to nurture more self-love. Like this is a time to pour into you, making sure you aren't stuffing down your emotions, making sure you're doing the healing work that you need to do, and then eventually opening up for the possibility of love. I feel like, Cancer, there's some stuff that's happened that's going to require you to have a timeout. You got to have a timeout, because you put in a lot of work, and then you could not, like no matter what you did, your partner couldn't collaborate with you, couldn't work hard. And you poured so much of yourself into that you resentment, bitterness, you feel unstable from that, like lack of stability. Maybe you poured a lot of financial money into this relationship too, but you lost your mojo. And this is the universe saying you must come back to self-love so that you can heal and be ready to call in something that's healthy. It feels like right now you're trying to fill a space, a void. You're trying to grab and grasp something that isn't for you, and it's actually a good thing that it's running away because it's not healthy. It's like a cycle of manipulation. We're going to ask what else needs to come up for Cancer. Oof, Cancer. I want this reading to like turn around. What's coming? Like, what else does Cancer need to know? It does feel like Cancer needs a timeout. I'm a Cancer rising, so I get it. Like, we've all been going through some crazy stuff lately, and I certainly feel like it's time for a timeout, and I'm happy to take one, actually. Okay, I did have the 10 of Pentacles come up, so this tells me that there is stability coming. There is happiness. This is like happy family. This is two people smiling at each other or their family around them. This is stability, prosperity. It's everything. So this is something that you get to, like, you're going to co-create this. You're going to call this in. Right, there's just a delay, and I think that's because you have some healing to do. You have to get very clear on what you want, and you have to get very honest with yourself about why you've been doing what you've been doing or why you've been going certain directions, because it's caused you to call in the people or things that have been manipulative and honestly kind of low vibration. And this is what you're trying to manifest here. You're trying to manifest that 10 of Pentacles, that happy ending. It's not the 10 of Cups. I won't be surprised if we see that come up, but it requires you to have so much love for yourself. The Wheel in reverse is like, it's a delay, but this is a card of like destiny, right? So the wheel is turning. This is, things are coming. This all had to happen to teach you a lesson. Right now, it's a crappy cycle. And it feels like everything's against you, but please know the wheel will be turning in your favor. It's always moving. So that 10 of Pentacles is going to come. You just have to have faith. You have to do your healing though, Cancer. I'm going to ask for more cards. I want to ask, like, who's coming in? Is there anybody coming in? What does Cancer have to look forward to? What does Cancer have to look forward to? Okay, we've got a Page of Swords. Somebody's keeping an eye on you. This is a message. This is communication. This is also information. This is new ideas. You may be wanting to learn something. The Page of Swords is the learner, the intellectual of the deck, always seeking things out. But it can also be somebody keeping their eye on you. And that could be the ex or current, whatever you're trying to resolve and get over. Now, look at this. So as you do your healing, look at how it's touching. Okay, as you're doing your healing, you know, coming out of that Queen of Swords in reverse energy, you start healing, loving yourself. This Page of Swords comes in with a message for you. And this is the single and independent card. This is the 9 of Pentacles. Fruits of labor. That healing that you're doing is going to pay off. You're going to reap rewards. This is feeling self-sufficient. It's feeling independent. It's feeling so solid in who you are. And really, like, take it or leave it. I'm good. I'm good. So that's great energy, Cancer, for you to be stepping into. But someone is keeping their eye on you. Someone's keeping their eye on you. Okay, we have a King of Cups here in reverse again. And that tells me there's someone that you gotta get rid of. That's manipulative energy. That is moodiness. That is somebody who is not great with their feelings. They're very up and down with their feelings. So be honest with yourself about how much more of that you want to take, okay? This also could be somebody who is just not good at managing their feelings and you wish that they would talk more. This is too many. I'll put this back in. What else does Cancer need to know? What else does Cancer need to know? Yeah, okay, Cancer. We have the Ace of Swords in the upright. This is finally having mental clarity. It's coming in for you. You're going to get clear. This is a breakthrough. It's new ideas and success. It could be a message. It could also be you're going to have surgery. I don't think that that's the case, but that would be very specific for you if it were. This is something new. This is a gift from the universe. This is a new start. And mostly it's like the aha moment, the understanding, the clarity, probably to these major questions you're going to be asking yourself where we started. And could be a new opportunity with this person, because you do have the Three of Wands. This is waiting for your ships to come in. This is preparation for moving forward. This is a card of potential travel. It's getting ready for your expansion and for opportunities. You're finally going to call in that person. I am going to shuffle one more time and see who's coming in. Is there someone coming in for Cancer? Is there someone coming in? Oh, you have a little bit of waiting to do. This is needing to take time for meditation and contemplation. This is you like having a little bit of apathy. I remember what I said, Cancer, it feels like you need to take a time out. You need to take a time out for rest and reevaluation. You need to maybe disconnect so that you can have that clarity. So you need a time out. We're going to ask for messages, hidden secrets messages. We're going to see what comes up. What does Cancer need to know? Okay. This is interesting. So we're going to see. I need one more from this deck. Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? We'll take those two. We have... Yeah, okay. We've got curse. I don't think that this has anything to do with a hex or witchcraft, and I think this has everything to do with negative mindset. For you, Cancer, it's about getting clear. It's about letting go of all the BS that you have clearly been dealing with, and it's about getting very clear about what it is you want and need and what is not negotiable anymore, what you are not going to compromise. You also have to you're very intuitive, Cancer. You have to settle into your intuition and your inner knowing. There's a lot of swords in here, a lot of air energy in here. You've been in your head so much trying to figure out how to navigate the situation, how to manipulate it so you can get it to work, when really you need to take a step back and look at what all is happening, get very honest with yourself, and listen to your intuition. This says only you, devoted, attached, crave. I feel like this is you needing to be so devoted to you. Only you right now. Only you, because this is about healing. I'm going to ask your girlfriend's No BS Love Oracle what Cancer needs to know. This is about self-love right now. You need a time out, and you need to love the crap out of yourself. This is divinely interwoven and magical AF. I think this, I want to say this is all part of the plan, but this is also the divine part of this is you deciding to love yourself and to practice self-love and to take care of yourself. Also, you're learning invaluable lessons. So ask yourself, what is the situation showing me about myself that I need to pay attention to? I do feel like you're going to have a bunch of patterns like revealed to you once you stop and say and ask yourself what's happening. And because, of course, like whoever this King of Cups in reverse is that has shown up twice, yeah, it's hot, but is it enough? If it is causing you anguish and pain and overwhelm, it is too expensive. Cancer, it is too expensive. You are worth far more than that. Okay? Cancer, I'm wishing you well. I'm going to be sending you so much love because this is truly a journey of self-love right now for you. Take a time out, love yourself, nurture yourself, examine your patterns, and then tell the universe, like, no more of that. I want this or something better. No more of those King of Cups in reverses. Let me know if this resonates or how it resonates in the comments below. And of course, if you would like to book a private reading, I would love to read for you. I will catch you very soon.